Welcome back, West Wing fans.
Hey
I'm
guys,
Joe.
Kevin here.
Yeah, I hope you guys are having a great Monday. We're kind of on a run at the West Wing right now. It's in a really interesting spot. We're coming to the end of season 4. Sorkin's going to leave soon, but the show itself is not losing steam at all.
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah, Will
I
Bailey's
think we're only
late
about.
addition.
I think we still have about 10 episodes left.
Oh, it's 20. Was this episode 16? So I
I
assume.
mean, it's just like 20.
I guess so. Yeah, I always forget how long these
Yeah,
seasons go.
it'll be in the 20s. We still have some hours to put in.
Really get like 2 seasons in one season.
So yeah,
2 and 1 at the West Wing. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. We have a new antagonist on the horizon. It looks like in is it Hutchinson? Is his name?
yeah. The Secretary of Defense.
Yes.
And we speculated, why doesn't he just fire him? And someone very astutely pointed out on Patreon, fire the Secretary of Defense when you're on the verge of invading a country. Well played. That's a really good point.
Fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
The TV it's like, oh, now we have to turn around and replace a cabinet secretary.
Yeah.
In the middle of a new administration. I mean, I guess they could technically. It's the inauguration.
Replace him.
You're going to be replacing cabinet members.
But then you'd have to find one and vet that guy.
For sure.
So it'd be a whole process.
Yeah.
Which I would not be surprised if down the road they go that route.
Right.
But right now.
Not the time. Right.
I do wonder if they're going to go to war on the show, though, because we've addressed a lot of things.
It would be a small war. I think I don't think like there's a concern of a long war.
No.
The concern is how many Americans are going to die in the very brief small war.
That's always the case.
And they're thinking like 150 it was the number.
Yeah.
So it's not a big thing. It'd be like, kind of squashing a small rebellion.
Sure.
But people would die. And I think it's like, is it worth it for Americans to die for this? Is like the big ethical dilemma. And I'm siding with Bartlett, obviously, and with Will. The answer is that's what we do. There's someone else's kids too, like CJ said.
This show is so behind the scenes. I love that they always address the morality and the the cost of it all, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not an easy black and white
and it shouldn't be. If it was easy black and white stuff, it'd be like, what are we even having this episode for?
I just think of all the scenarios that run through in the show. We've seen a lot.
Right.
In 4 seasons, we've seen so many different scenarios of what the White House could deal with potentially.
Right.
That's why I'm curious if they're going to go that route.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think they will.
Because we have 2 different routes. We have obviously Kumar, which is
still going to be a thing.
Yes, and then now the oh my god, I always forget the African country's name.
Kundu. The Equatorial Republic of Kundu, I think, is the full name of it. I could be wrong.
So Bartlett's got his plate full.
He does, and I mean, we obviously don't know. But I don't think there's as nearly going to be as big a threat of war with Kumar because they can't really do anything.
Sure.
They can say, like, how dare you? But, I mean, they were already doing misdeeds.
Yeah, which we've broken down the morality of
that. Yeah, that's kind of done. All that's left is, like, political blowback on that.
Yeah.
And world opinion. But but it is. But that's not a war situation. Whereas Kundu, that's the question in Kundu, right, is actual.
How far does this go?
Yeah, exactly. How many people are going to die? How many people do you have to kill? How many people are going to save?
Yeah.
Right. And I hope Charlie destroys Jean Paul because I do not like him at all. I hope we get him back though. He's a really good punchable heel.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
It's like, take him, Charlie. All right. We do want to welcome Elro, Iridescent, Kimberly, and Mike Freeman, our Patreon group. Thanks so much, guys. We're very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Okay.
If you don't mind, hit the like button for us. Leave us a comment down below. And please, please, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date. All the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we watch or watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On all shows we're watching, including The West Wing, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we are on YouTube. So if you get done watching this on YouTube and want to keep going, that's the place to do it. You will absolutely have to sync and watch along on your own DVDs or streaming service or whatever. You're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes.
Yes.
We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive, and I myself over there have just started watching The Sopranos.
The rivals of the show in many ways.
Yeah, I mean, really, yeah. At the same time, they with the Emmys and everything.
I've seen it already. That's why Kevin's doing it by himself.
Yeah, I do myself because Joe is a big Sopranos fan.
Whenever you get to certain episodes, let me know because I would not be opposed to popping in and watching one of my favorites because I love it. I'm obsessed with it.
The 80 seconds completed his takeover of Batanga Airport, Admiral. That's what's happening.
Nice. Let's get it resolved.
Well, yeah,
pretty quickly.
Well, they did say it wouldn't take long. Like once the American force is there, they're going to back off.
Yeah. They're making it about values.
The right to privacy is a value. So is clean air.
There's no reason you can't relax a little bit in California.
Aren't there quite a few reasons?
Yes.
President, The U.S. is trampling on the sovereignty of my country. And on behalf
this
of
is them,
President
yeah.
Nzili,
I've
we
just
demand-
taken your airport.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Kondo is in the midst of a civil war.
No, it's not. It's in the midst of a one-sided slaughtering of an entire people. President Nazili has 36 hours to give the command to his troops to hand over their weapons. I skipped breakfast. Anybody want coffee or something?
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, in a day and a half, I'm taking over your country.
Yeah. I just took your airport.
Yeah.
Everybody want some coffee?
Yeah.
Awesome moment.
Yeah, it was.
Now 34 and a half hours to implement
Yeah.
a halt to the violence before U.S. forces deploy.
The problem is, in 36 hours, they can still do a lot of damage.
They
you
can.
know?
Yeah.
They love us in Orange County. They're crazy go-nuts for the president. Rittenhouse and Gacy just booked the Sunday shows. We need to see the president.
Well, I wonder what that means.
There he is.
I hate this guy.
We have the best public health care and pension in the world. State-financed pensions are equal almost to income levels.
Oh, that's all right. What do you need?
The three of you should bond.
If you walk out of this room, you're dead.
If you leave, I'll kill you.
Yeah, literally.
And I'll look forward to continued discussion on, what's wrong with me.
Yes.
You think the Republicans are rolling out their tax plan?
I do.
Thank God.
Why?
Because we can roll out ours and...
We'll be announcing a 1% tax increase on the richest 1% and doing it in Orange County.
But you'll kill Sam's campaign.
Which is why I think we should cancel the trip.
and announce from the White House. Let's lean towards Sam and say we smile and keep our mouths shut in California.
You will tell them what you need, you will expect it. You will tell them how they can do better, and they will do it. No, they don't like you at all.
Yeah, he kind of swooped in and took a top job.
Would you call a meeting of the speech writing staff for this evening?
Are you going to be there?
Yeah. Yes.
It's his meeting.
How do I get the speech writing staff to like me?
I don't know, but when you do, why don't you tell me how you did it?
Yeah, but the problem is there are a lot of remarks we have to get ready for Monday.
What's going on Monday?
He's not going to tell him.
No,
it's like, yeah, we're trying to keep you safe on taxes.
Don't throw them off.
Yeah.
People need to know you're independent.
I have a good feeling about this trip already.
Right. Yeah. So they're going to advise him to denounce the president or distance himself from the
It might
president.
go that way, yeah.
It's your money, and you ought to keep more of it because you earned it.
That's really funny because that's exactly what Richie said in the debate that got him rolled over. Yeah.
Have you been on the plane the whole time?
No, I hopped on board when you guys were over the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
What the hell
What are you doing here?
I
love it.
Yeah.
I love nervous dad, Toby.
You're basically a minivan. How are you fitting into a seat?
Oh my God.
I saw him first, girls. California Agricultural Laborers Association. He's staying at our hotel. He wants to know if he can get 5 minutes.
You meet with him.
So, their plan will do what, CJ? Explode the deficit.
It'll stimulate the Swiss economy.
Josh gets extra credit for being funny and right at the same time. And
I think Sam would understand. I don't think Sam's planning on winning.
No. I mean, at this point, he's just happy to be there.
Right?
He'll continue the peace talks among the African countries.
No.
Yeah, that's not happening, man.
He's betting the first dead American soldier on television, and you lose.
Yes, sir. We're the interns for the speechwriting staff.
And you don't know where the staff is, and Toby told me to call.
Yes.
They like boycotting?
I don't know.
Can they do that?
You fired the speech writing staff.
Why?
I was thinking about what you said this morning, and I think they have a bad attitude. But also, they're pretty bad at their jobs.
That isn't a staff, Toby. Those are the Robert Palmer girls.
They're bright young women.
Oh, that's sexist. So sexist.
I can't believe that.
Just because they're good looking doesn't mean they can't do their jobs. I'm assuming they're all like studying, like poli-sci, or,
I think that he's going to be proved wrong here.
Oh, sure.
Hopefully.
These are for you.
You want us to put them on?
It would move things along.
Nurses?
So you can call them by number, maybe?
Oh my God.
They want to lower taxes and we want to raise them.
Well, I wouldn't put it quite like that.
The London School of Ballet.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm changing direction.
Yeah, big time.
It doesn't mean she's dumb. This isn't a great Sorkin moment, is it?
No, it's not.
The journal's attacking him for campaigning at the same time he's sending troops overseas.
Scott Holcomb and Josh.
Come on.
I think Holcomb's been making bad mistakes with you, Sam. I think Josh has been right.
No man can create something by himself. Denying migrant workers an equal share of the profits.
Hello.
Let me put it this way.
There's a catch there.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. There's something with that picture.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
5 minutes with a guy named Ivan Perez from the California Agricultural Laborers Association.
You ran for governor of California.
What party? Communist.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh
It's
my God.
always
Honest to God,
Donna.
lady, how
Yeah.
stupid can you be?
Hey,
Whoa!
out of here. You're fired.
By the way, that wasn't Donna's fault.
That was not Donna's fault.
I didn't even from the guy's conversation. I couldn't tell. You know.
That's okay. It's always her in these situations, though.
Right.
Are we seeing any pictures of the RQ-2 getting ready to surrender?
Are they stepping it up?
3200 Nduye being marched down the road toward Masato is the mass grave
grave
site
site.
that the 3200 Nduye are being marched to.
Can you interfere now?
He's trying to finish the job before the deadline.
Yeah. And I thought 36 hours. I mean, I know logistics, but that seems like a long time to let them do whatever they want. I mean, you've got 2 hours for the shooting to stop. Yeah.
And while we're at it, we should teach them that the Republican tax plan is a job killer.
Yeah, I don't think
And
this
we
is
go off
gonna
the
work
rails.
out, do you?
Yeah.
Read me what you've got for the swearing in of the ambassador.
And let's please all remember that cutting capital gains taxes is a bad idea.
Because of the details, crazy people pick out of photographs. You can make the scene without making a scene, you know what I'm saying?
If she likes having a picture taken.
She doesn't like having a picture taken.
Is Charlie gonna fight this guy?
I hope so. You're gonna double
But you
down.
are an example to young women, and there's something to be said for acting like it.
Standing too close, so if you're gonna insist on being drunk and minding other people's business, you gotta take a step back.
Is there a problem, Toby?
This is the one who was
Yeah.
with the daughter.
Oh
these guys
my God!
suck.
Yeah.
Did we cut away before a brawl?
Yeah.
He's killed 115,000 people, and he wants to stay in power, get immunity, and cash a check for $500 million?
Ballpark, how long do you think this is gonna be?
Assault, 6 to 20 months.
I'm going to propose something bold.
I like bold.
The White House is going to announce their answer to the Republican tax plan on Monday. Come out against it tonight.
Why?
To show you're not bought and paid for by the West Wing.
They're announcing on Monday?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I know.
He knows they're waiting to spare him.
Yeah.
Toby and Charlie were arrested in a bar fight.
Yes, sir. It's not going to be a problem. CJ's taking care of it.
Really?
Scott Holcomb's given up on Sam, and he's running his own agenda.
And this is news cycle. After news cycle after news cycle. But you didn't announce because you didn't want to do it from Orange County. There's a guy in St. Louis making
that's Sam.
$35,000 a year trying to send his kid to Notre Dame.
Guys,
I love Sam.
Yeah, do it, dude.
If I'm going to lose, I like to lose doing something.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's a guy who shouldn't lose, but he's going to.
I know.
Do not let this president off this stage until he's told you his.
tell Toby to take over the campaign.
Yeah. He just fired him.
Yeah. Like I said, people get fired left and right in this episode. I love it.
2 Marine Lance Corporals in the PFC have been taken. Special Ops wants to brief you on some rescue scenarios.
We're coming home. Lieutenant,
Yes, sir.
how old are you?
I'm 22 years old, sir.
Yeah. So he's going to give this speech and probably head back.
Has to.
Oh my God, that was fast too.
Yeah, we're flying through them today, guys. We really are. Our Mondays
That
are
felt
so
like a
strong. That's the third show we've watched in a row that's
It's
just
like
blown
blown by.
Yeah. Okay, I'm loving this run. I'm loving it. I'm so wrapped up in it. Yeah. So if I'm silent sometimes in the show, it's just because I'm just wrapped up.
I noticed I was too.
Just because it's so good, it's so captivating. But no, for real. I want to see the next episode because I don't think there's no way he's getting $500 million.
No, they're
gonna roll special ops in there, and they're gonna.
There'll be a rescue of some kind. Yeah,
I really hope so because the show does go dark, as it usually does.
Right.
But I really hope they get those guys out of there. That'd be awful if they can't. But it does highlight the cost of.
Sure, you get. There was always going to be a cost. Not that you give up on obviously.
No,
three
of
men.
course not. Of course not.
But yeah, there's it obviously was it Mike Tyson's like everyone has a plan until you punch him in the face,
yeah, no kidding, right?
and that's kind of how it works, right? For sure, the military is the same way. You've got we've got a great plan until the bullets start flying, and then it's all improvised.
Yeah, for sure.
But
go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say we're about to lose Sam for good off the show.
Yeah.
But man, this is another he wasn't in it a whole lot, but this is another great reminder of why we love him and why that's going to suck. This was, for the brief time he was on, it was a really great Sam episode.
And we haven't had him a
No,
lot the second half of the season. We've had 3 or 4 episodes where he's been
there's
gone?
been a lot where he's been gone most of the season, right? Or at least since the election, anyway.
Since the election. And so it's about half the season.
Right? Yeah. For several episodes. Now I don't know if logistically that meant he was out working on his new job already, or working on. I don't know what he went and did when he left this show.
What I'm curious about is what's he gonna do when he loses?
He's obviously not going to come back.
He's not.
I don't know why or if they explain that.
I don't know if he stays in the world of politics, if he goes and runs a different campaign, or
if he goes back and becomes a lawyer, just becomes a high-paid lawyer again.
That'd be so. I mean, the money's probably better, but at the same time, that'd be so. I don't know. I feel like I would be bored.
After doing this, but
imagine getting a good night's sleep after that. Though.
I know,
that might be nice.
It is so weird to show up at work at 9 a.m. and leave at 5. With an hour lunch in there.
I have a social life again.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing this weekend? Oh my god, I don't know. Anything I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was an episode that really kind of highlighted the central cast really well. It was a really good Toby episode. It was obviously a really great Bartlett episode.
I love anytime we get anytime we get a chance to see Toby be a ride or die.
Yeah,
for Congresswoman Wyatt.
For sure. When that idiot got in her face a little bit,
he was like, "Whoa, buddy!"
Right, to proselytize.
He's gonna go to jail right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one that dated the daughter. I'm like, oh, so you're.
I was kind of like CJ,
and a racist as well.
CJ, hop on that one.
Right. But it was just a nice character episode. Right?
No, it's fantastic.
Really got to see our characters.
Even
really,
when
really
Sam,
shine.
the guy popped off at Donna, and Sam was like, "You're fired."
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you got to go. I love that. I love the opening of the episode.
Call her stupid, which really bothered me too.
It bothered me. Yeah, Donna's not stupid. She's just getting caught. She gets caught in the worst situations.
That wasn't her fault. She was told to go there by Josh. That wasn't her fault at all.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously the paparazzi's going to do what the paparazzi's going to do.
Yeah, of course.
And that would be it's intrusive for sure. But I mean, what are you going to do?
Right. It's going to be a headline for a day. Not even a big one.
Well, today it would be huge. It'd be like, Bartlett administration seen spotted with
communists. Yeah.
So do with that what you will. But
it's interesting because Sam is definitely going to lose this election.
Yeah.
And
for a really stupid reason too.
Well, he's just not their guy.
He's not their guy.
It's a Republican
he's going to lose for being like, tax cuts. It's like, come on.
Right, because for not being for tax cuts. But I mean, it's a Republican district. He's a liberal.
It was a long shot.
Yeah, he was always going to lose, and he knew it. I mean, they said it before he left, like, you're going to lose.
I like that they didn't. He didn't sell out, right? They were trying to get him to sell out the whole time,
for sure,
and cozy up the business. But
they're trying to protect him.
No, for sure. But I like that he stuck to his guns. It was his decision.
Right.
He didn't go down swinging for something he didn't believe in. So I liked it a lot. I like they did the callback to this guy. Making $55,000 a year.
Yeah, that
trying to put his kids in.
Matt, I think was his name. Yeah,
that was a great moment.
Yeah, it was.
So that was fantastic, and also obviously Bartlett is just the MVP of the show. I love Martin Sheen in this so much.
Yeah.
I found out my roommate has a Bartlett 04 t-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I checked this out. I was like, no way. I was like, that's cool.
It is.
Hang on to that one. But yeah, I just, I don't know. I get caught in the sentiment of it all. I really, really do. Because, these are good people.
Yeah. With one exception. Well, the guy that just got fired, the wedding singer guy. But I do want to give a shout out. I have never seen him and probably never will again to the actor who plays Jean Paul, because I detest that character so much. He is crushing it. It's just like a smarmy, self-important.
The cherry on top is that he's French.
Right.
It's like you get to play a French bad guy.
Yeah, he does. He just gets to be played really unlikable. Yeah. And I'm enjoying it. Very much so. Good for you for being a guy that, it'll be nice when he eventually absolutely gets dumped, because it's going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen. You think Charlie and Zoe rekindle?
I don't know. It seems like they're leading that way.
Teasing a little bit. I don't know. Obviously, Charlie he has said himself that he's still in love with her.
Charlie is, but that doesn't mean that, like, if
she is at all.
Right.
We don't know.
I assume that she'll break up with Jean Paul, but we're watching New Girl right now. We know how this goes.
Yeah,
she may break up with Jean Paul, but that doesn't mean for a second that they're going to be together.
We're watching a lot of shows with like romantic interests in it.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
call us hopeless romantics, but that's what we want to see.
Yeah, we'll see. This was a really good episode leading into what's next. You know what I mean?
For sure.
This is a really good setup for. By the way, we haven't seen the president of Kundu or whatever his position title is, but he sounds like a monster.
Sounds awful. Yeah.
And I cannot wait for him to be out of power at the very least.
Me too. And real quick, the great thing about this show is this is a bingeable show. Obviously, we don't binge it because we're week to week, as opposed to a show like Mad Men where you really need to take the time. Like I feel like week by week, or even if you did it you skipped a day and watching an episode, you need to process that show. This show is great because it leads into the next,
right?
And you just want to fly through it. And it's so hard not flying into the next episode because it's a fantastic
absolutely. This is very bingeable, and people who've watched it multiple times say they binge it.
Yeah,
which I can totally see doing, especially on a rewatch. Like I think Mad Men would be really bingeable on a rewatch. Once you kind of know the story, right? Once you process it, you need to appreciate the themes. Yeah, there's a lot to digest on that show, and this one too sometimes. So it does work in our favor that we don't just go episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're about halfway through the whole run of the show at this point, and it is very, very good. All right, we'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.